already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So strap on your seatbelts, cause it's all pedal to the metal from here. And without further ado, your amazing host, Drew, Billy.
Welcome back to another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys here with your host, DB, and host Trevor Dinsmore. Trevor, how are you doing tonight?
I tell you, Billy, best part of my weekend was when I watched Timothy Chalamet play Bob Dylan in A Complete Unknown. Other than that, weekend was shit. The Eagles won and the Chiefs won, which means we get to hash that out again.
Yeah.
But, other than that, pretty eventful weekend in the NFL outside of actually playing the game. And, not much more to say. Sorry I was a little late here, folks. I had to take care of some important business in my bathroom. You can imagine how that went down. It was not pretty. It is about how I felt after the fact of the Chiefs and the Eagles winning. Felt like shit. And that's what I did in the bathroom. So, yeah. Speaking of which, let's just can we get the shit show on the road, please?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Fire away.
Yes.
What you got?
Yes, a lot of headlines here this week. A lot of heartbreak, like Trevor alluded to. But, we're here to be your coping method, safe space, whatever the hell you want to call us. But the the Detroit Lions have signed the Broncos passing game coordinator, John Morton, as their new offensive coordinator. Honestly, Trevor, big shoes to fill after Ben Johnson left. But after we saw how Bo Nix's season progressed, it wasn't that pretty in the beginning, but at the end, good hire, you feel, for the Lions?
Yeah, I think as long as the Lions have continuity at the head coaching position, which obviously they will, MCDC is a dog and has the biggest balls on the face of the planet. No matter who's offensive coordinator, as long as they're somewhat qualified to be in that position. Obviously, me and you couldn't do it, but Broncos passing game coordinator with what he did with a rookie quarterback this past season under Sean Payton's regime and under the watchful eye of Broncos fans with all that dead money, how are they going to do? And lo and behold, they make the playoffs. Get smoked by the Bills, but they made the playoffs with a rookie quarterback, and their future looks pretty bright.
Yes. Yeah, no. And he was there previously. I went too far down. I think he was a passing game coordinator back in 2022.
What's the guy's name? Real quick, I can help you. What's the guy's name?
John Morton.
John Morton. Here we go. Oh, his Wikipedia page was updated about an hour ago, too. Look at that. There you go. Geez, this guy's been coaching since 98. So
yeah, he's been in.
Who knew? Yeah, he was an offensive assistant with the Lions in 22. Same thing with Oakland/Las Vegas in 2019 through 2021. He was the OC for the Jets in 2017. So the guy's got experience, and honestly, he's going to have the best roster offensively that he's ever had.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's going to be any issues with Detroit next season, both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. They're going to get a lot of guys back, and on the offensive, there's just going to be a lot of continuity there. I think they're going to be just fine.
Yes. No. But yeah, no good shit. But moving on here, Zach Ertz. Yes, we're going to get to the Commanders and Eagles game, folks. But Trevor, I have to say this. People were wondering if he was going to be retiring. He's saying he's not going to retire. From watching that game, I would really like to see the Commanders bring him back. He was Jaden's fucking safety blanket during that entire game.
Christ, he had to have close to 10 catches. 11 catches for 104. There you go.
Yeah.
And literally felt like every third down, every 3rd and 5, 6, 7, Jade Daniels would just complete it for a yard more than they needed to Zach Ertz. It's crazy how good he was in that game, and crazy how good he's been for the Commanders, really. The longevity in this guy, sometimes you take it for granted, but Zach Ertz is still a premier tight end, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Newsflash, if you didn't know already.
Yeah. But he finished the season too, 66 receptions, 654 yards and 7 touchdowns. 34.
That's not bad for a tight end right there. Yeah.
Yeah, 34.
You're not talking top 5 tight end fantasy numbers there, but you're talking reliable target for a young quarterback.
Yes.
Which is exactly what he was in that Commanders-Eagles game. Obviously, got away from him toward the end, but that game was close into the third quarter. As a Commanders fan, you make it to the NFC Championship and you're battling against the Eagles for a time. Mm-hmm. You got to be proud of that.
Yeah.
No shame in that.
Yeah. And if you hear sounds, it's a goddamn plow truck out there. It's a disaster up here, Trevor. But anyways,
out there. Somebody hurt?
It's a plow. No, it's a plow truck.
Oh, plow truck. Okay. You got snow up there?
Yeah, it's just nice to see NY Dot doing something. But anyways,
yeah. I know a lot of people that'll like that comment.
But anyways, yes, we're going to be getting to the juicy stuff. But there was a very big interview. If people out there did not catch it, with President Art Rooney, the second Steelers owner and president, he's saying he wants to keep both guys. He doesn't think that's possible. But Trevor, he's still behind Tomlin. He's still behind the coordinators. People are pissed off. You want him to maybe say some more in there. I don't think they understand who the Rooneys are. That's not what they did. They're not going to cause issues.
No. They're not Jerry Jones here, okay?
Right.
They're not making the riskiest moves in the history of the Cowboys or doing something with glory holes. They're not doing any of that. They're the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what you're going to get from them, and that is consistency. Yes. Whether it's consistently 10-7 or 9-8 on the season, or consistency in the front office, consistency with the coaching staff. I thought, a lot of people were calling for Terrell Austin's head, myself included. There was some bright spots during the season. The thing was, and I've said this before, they just got worn the fuck out in the end.
Yes.
They were playing what felt like 80 to 90 snaps a game at some points. And they just weren't conditioned for it. That's a reflection on the offense. That's also a reflection on the training staff, which I'm hoping they overhaul a little bit.
Yes.
Get that NFLPA grade up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as what Mr. Rooney said, nothing different than what his predecessors, can't speak words, predecessors, whatever said. He's not going to throw anybody under the bus. He's not going to say, "Oh, we're going to fire this guy. We're going to overhaul this. We're going to overhaul the whole thing." He's not going to say that. Mm-hmm. He has faith in his guys. He has faith in his front office. He has faith in his organization. Yeah. That's how he operates. That's how the Rooneys operate. And that's why they're some of the best owners in the NFL. They're consistent. They don't panic. They don't say something about glory holes, or they don't let teenagers run the organization based off of Madden ratings. They don't do any of that.
Right.
So
no. And if you watch it, you're going to see how calm, cool, and collected he is compared to Jerry Jones. Yeah. There's no emotion, which maybe is off-putting to people, but he's not. I don't know what they want to see, Trevor. I don't. But
they want to see, I don't know, people want to see him get fired up like me and you and call for heads. That's not going to happen. He's the owner.
No.
He's the owner.
No. And he's not going to do anything without talking.
Shit like that, it has a lot of ramifications.
Yes. And I think every decision that's made, it's made between three guys, him, Khan, and Tomlin. And I don't think he's going to push the other two guys' hands without maybe discussing first. So I don't know. But here's something I never thought we'd be talking about. A 73-year-old man, Pete Carroll, accepts the job for the Oakland Raiders. Trades in the navy blue and the bright green, and he's wearing the silver and black now. Trevor, are you excited about this hire for the Raiders organization?
I'll just say this. As much as relatives of mine do not appreciate what Pete Carroll did to the USC Trojans back in the day, nor do they kind of appreciate his attitude. But I will say this. He is only 73 by pure numbers. That's
Okay.
it. That's it. No other 73-year-old is on the practice field with the Seahawks, slinging the ball around, running hitch patterns, throwing hitch patterns, and just being an all-around goof like he is.
Yeah.
And when I say goof, I mean more an attitude rather than incompetence.
Mm-hmm.
He is the most energetic 73-year-old guy that I know. What other 73-year-old, I think he was like 68 at the time, but still is taking off his shirt in front of DK Metcalf as soon as he's meeting him after he gets drafted? Who else is doing that?
Right.
No one else is doing that. So
Right.
At the very least, it feels weird to say this, but this 73-year-old Pete Carroll is going to inject a lot of life in that Raiders organization, and they will compete because they will compete for him.
Yes.
That's what Seattle did.
Mm-hmm.
That's what USC did. Even the Jets did that way back in the day. They were halfway decent in the 90s for a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
They will compete.
Mm-hmm.
They will compete. I'm not saying they'll be good. I'm not saying they're going to win the division. I'm not saying they're going to beat the Chargers, Broncos, or Chiefs consistently. They'll be in games. Lord knows they're going to draft well. He always drafted well in Seattle. Created the Legion of Boom as we know it today.
Right.
Won a Super Bowl. Could have won 2 had he not made one of the most idiotic decisions in the history of the Super Bowl.
Oh, God, yeah.
But literally, other than that and the USC thing, I don't have anything else against the guy.
No. And found Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
That's another.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Steeler fans are thanking their lucky stars for that one.
Yes. But no, you can tell.
I'm being a little sarcastic tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little fired up. I had a long day at work. I need to project this. I need to get it out. So
but no, you could tell in the interview if you haven't watched it, folks, watch it. He's very excited to be there, Trevor. He said, I have 73 on my back, but I don't feel 73. I said, oh, okay. All right, look at this.
No, I bet not. I'm about to be 27 years old here in a few weeks. I bet that his body feels better than mine right now.
He needs to be in the eugenics commercials. That's where he needs.
Yeah.
He's on
Yeah. I don't know if he takes a T-booster though.
I don't know what he takes, but he's fucking always.
Whatever he takes.
Yeah.
He
looks good.
No, honestly, I like the hire. I like that. Get an experienced guy in there, perhaps a bridge guy. He's going to bring some guys in on his staff that could, be potential suitors down the line. I believe they got a 3-year deal, if I'm not mistaken. 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be plenty long enough. I mean, I never thought that the guy that beat the guy to win Super Bowl, what was it, 49? I think it was 49.
Yeah.
On, again, one of the dumbest calls in Super Bowl history.
Tough.
Would be running an organization with that same guy.
Full circle.
You talk about WWE couldn't write that shit. That's long-term storytelling right there. And now, and on top of that, the guy that was the beneficiary of the Tuck rule and potentially ruined the Raiders dynasty back in the day now owns the Raiders. Part owner of the Raiders. But you can't write this stuff in a script and sell it to Hollywood. This is good. This is good for football. It puts eyes on the product. Yep. And it puts eyes on the Raiders. So do with that what you will. Yeah.
No. And then just another hire. And then, yes, folks, we're going to get to what the hell you're looking for tonight. Yes, we're going to get amped up for you.
We're talking championship games. Yes. Of course. Of course.
You can tell. You can tell from my voice, I'm still recovering from Sunday night. But
that was fucking 3 days ago. You're still recovering.
Yes, the Cowboys have hired their next head coach, Brian Schottenheimer. Exciting hire, I feel, Trevor. Again, Jerry Jones is the puppet master, so we'll see what the hell happens there. Like I alluded to with Trevor before we went live here, Steve Jones, his son, was not glamorized during that press conference. No one clapped for him when announced. We'll see what the hell's going on. But are you excited for Brian Schottenheimer to get a chance for the Cowboys?
I guess.
I don't know much about him. That's my concern.
I know he has a hell of a last name. I believe he's Marty's kid, right?
That's what I was. Okay.
Yeah, is he Marty's kid?
either his
I'm
son
assuming
or
he's Marty's kid.
grandson or something. We're
Yeah, I'm gonna Google him real quick here. Yeah, Marty. Yeah, Marty's his daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, I will say Marty, Bill Cowher's mentor. So,
Yes.
thank you, Marty. Appreciate
Yeah.
you for that. And appreciate you for having an offspring that's now going to coach the Dallas Cowboys. And if the press conference is any indication, this is going to be entertaining as hell. Because he says they have a roster to win now.
Yeah.
They have a roster to win now. Yeah, technically they do.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do a whole lot of winning last year. Yes, injuries. Yes, Dak. But I'll just say this. You have a quarterback that's won as many playoff games as Jane Daniels.
Correct. Oh, wow.
Jane Daniels has won 2 playoff games. He was a rookie. Dak Prescott is going into his 10th year. I think it's his 10th, 9th or 10th year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's got 2 playoff wins to his name.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a
I don't know if coaching's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know if coaching's the problem here. So, whatever. Brian Shaw, to me, he's another Jason Garrett. He's going to be standing on the sidelines. He's going to be, he's going to be doing this. Obviously, a brilliant offensive mind, as Garrett was.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing is, I don't believe he played for the Cowboys back in the day like Jason Garrett did. But to me, that's what I envision him as. Jason Garrett 2.0, guy that potentially sticks around a little bit too long, and has just kind of, by Cowboys Jerry's standards, meh results.
Yeah. You think a lot of hands are going to get clammy on the sidelines, a lot of grab ass action, you think? Is that what you're alluding to?
Yeah, maybe. It's a Cowboys, so probably.
I know. Well, that's what just his personality. Like, he was so quick to clap for Steve when no one clapped. I'm like, yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
he's
okay.
just gonna. Yeah, he's gonna be. He's gonna be uppity. He's gonna be an energy guy, but and judging from his heritage, he's gonna be an X's and O's guy. Obviously, he has prior experience with the NFL. Was head coach of the Browns for a time as well. Let's not forget that.
Right.
Actually, no, that was Marty. My bad. I'm reading that wrong. Actually, let's see what Brian has done here. He's actually been an assistant since '97. I never knew he existed. And he was an analyst with the Cowboys in 2022.
Yeah.
So there you go. And was actually their offensive coordinator over these past couple of years. I didn't even know that. I'm going to be totally honest, because the microscope was totally on Mike McCarthy.
Right. He's like the Tommy Boy kind of coach. Like, he has to try to live up to the name, but I don't know if he's going to be. We'll see what the fuck happens.
I mean, he's not a fat guy in a little coat, but he would play a good spade.
Anyways.
That's funny.
But no, alluding to what the hell everybody's been waiting for. Recap on the Bills-Chiefs AFC Championship game.
Okay. We want to start with the Heat, huh? You want to start with the Randy Johnson 102 miles an hour Heat?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Go. Lead off.
Oh, boy. So what I have to say is watching that game, Trevor, I've texted Trevor during both games. I've reflected now 3 days.
Cannot repeat what he said in text, by the way.
Oh.
It's not for the air.
No. I came out of my hole like Aaron Rodgers. Went on penance for 3 days, and I'm still pissed. For Bills fans, here's the thing, and I've said it, and maybe you'll disagree. We're running out of time for Allen to have this chance. That's my only concern. You only get so many chances, Trevor, to get to this point, and we're not able to get over it because either the goddamn refs are against them, Chiefs get lucky as hell, or there's a turnover and everybody starts broken. Like that end of the game, I told you this. It's very close to the 13-second game, but not as bad. But it just sucked. It's like I did not want it to end like that. It just, I'm not even a fan. Just a fan of football. It just sucked. And then If people disagree, and if there's Chiefs fans out there, that was a first down. That line judge coming off from the other side.
Yeah.
We got to talk to him. I mean, you can't fucking do that. And also, why the fuck aren't we putting a tracker in the football? We got it in baseball. Do we have it in basketball? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, fuck this shit. Take it out of the hands. Yeah, no, take it out of the hands of humanity.
I don't know why we would need it in basketball, though.
I don't know. Maybe the speed of the dribbling or whatever the fuck they do out there.
Maybe. I don't watch enough basketball. I don't think they have AWS with the next gen statistics with the basketball yet. But
and here's something I have to say. Allen is becoming the modern day Kelly, and I feel very bad for him. Not making it to the Super Bowl and losing, but he's not even given the chance, and we're losing. It's just losing all around. I don't know. And also Patrick Mahomes' tweet saying he wasn't given full effort against I forget what hold on, I got the actual tweet here, Trevor. I don't know if you saw this or not. I thought it was fake, but it was real. Why use all my strength on weak cows?
Was that Buffalo he's talking about?
Yeah, he's talking about Buffalo. And tweet.
Oh.
And then icing on the cake, and I'll let you take it then. The comparison at the end that I forget who the hell alluded to it. Patrick Mahomes is like Kobe Bryant. On the day of his death, I didn't like that at all. And that pretty much sent me to the fucking moon. And that's why my voice is where it's at. So, yeah. It's loud here on Sunday.
No, I can imagine. So, let me address this first. A while back, I said, if Patrick Mahomes three-peats, I'll say that he's the modern GOAT. And I will stick to that. If he beats the Eagles, legitimately,
right,
I will say that right here on the air when the time comes, which will be 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks. Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah.
The other thing, in no other game in a long time did I feel to this degree that the NFL is somewhat a scripted product. And I get it, the NFL, I get it, the NFL, what is that?
Oh, it's hacked.
About Mahomes. Okay, yeah, so disregard that, I guess. But still.
Yeah.
In no more game did I feel that a game was rigged to make sure that Travis Kelce, make sure that Taylor Swift, make sure Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, make sure the Chiefs as an entity and a money-making cow, a cash cow that they are for the NFL, gets back to the Super Bowl. Because purely they are now the villains. They are now the villains in the NFL. They went from everybody's rooting for you to slay Tom Brady, which he never did, by the way.
Correct.
To now, this is the Super Bowl that nobody in my friend group wants to watch, that a lot of people don't want to watch. And memes are, the memes that are usually put out there, who's rooting for who, Ohio State, Notre Dame in the national championship, everybody else except Ohio's rooting for Ohio State. In this case, this is the first I've seen this. You got Kansas City rooting for Kansas City. You got the Philadelphia versus, Philadelphia rooting for Philadelphia. Then everybody else is rooting for a fucking media strike.
Yeah.
That's me too.
Correct.
That's me too. I don't want anybody to fucking die or anything. I want both of these teams to lose. I can't stand either of these teams.
No. Both fan
Can't stand them. Can't stand either of them. I will say this. Eagles did win legitimately. Kansas City, on multiple occasions in that game, were aided by the officials, once again, chiefly on that fourth down spot.
Oh,
which
hot.
Yeah, which changed the game. That changed the game. You could tell. Once that happened, it's going to change the game. Kansas City's probably going to pull this shit out. And they did.
Yeah.
And they did. Credit to them. They did.
Yeah.
Then a couple other things I wanted to say. A couple things on the indictment of the Bills. What is that push?
Yeah.
That is one guy, a running back or a fullback, whatever the fuck, who I've never heard of.
Gillum.
Pushing a 6'5", 230-pound man, and you constantly go behind the left guard. They had that scouted. They had that scouted. They had that scouted the whole time. And that is not a push. That is not a push. Tony Romo saying, oh, that thing's unstoppable. He was pissing me off, too. His constant glazing of Mahomes, his constant glazing of Josh Allen, he was pissing me off. And 2 minutes to go. Buffalo's down, I think, by a touchdown or whatever. Oh, they should probably go for this. I would. No shit, Sherlock. It's the Super Bowl we're talking about here. This isn't the regular season or preseason. It's the AFC Championship. They're going to go for it, you stupid shit.
Yeah.
I got a lot of grievances about this game.
You're good, man.
Tony Romo's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills push and the classic McDermott clock mismanagement is another one. Classic on his part, really.
Holy shit.
But no, it's all around. It was the Chiefs were not going to lose that game. And even on the last play, when I will say, Spags dialed up his nastiest fucking blitz of the game.
Oh, it was
nastiest. Josh Allen somehow runs backwards, heaves the thing down the field. Dalton Kincaid almost catches that. And the radio announcers, as well as Romo and Nance, saw a flag go on the field, and people thought it was going to be against the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
They kept saying, there's a flag. No, they picked it up. They let the pass be incomplete. Game over. So that was going to be one of two things. One, penalties on Kansas City. First down happens. Bills are still alive. Or two, the penalties on the Bills if Dalton Kincaid catches that pass.
Holy shit, what a theory. Yeah.
Yeah, get a load.
Oh, I'm even hot more now, Trevor.
Get a load of that.
Oh,
yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, man. It's
well, and I don't mean to take
no, go ahead, please.
What you said. No, you pointed it out well. And I was saying to her while the play was happening with the pointing. Josh is like on that play that we talked about.
Yeah, Josh Allen had I forget exactly when it was in the game, but at one point in the game, he actually has time to pass. They were rushing 3 or 4. And I forget who was trying to hit over the middle. Maybe it was Cooper. Is it Cooper?
Yes. Yep.
I think it was Cooper. He's literally pointing down the field. And the referee's like, oh, shit. Oh, my God, that's a flag.
Yeah.
And he not pointed. Not only that, pointed while he's getting rushed and he's, going careening out to the right side of the field.
Yeah.
That takes some special awareness there. And not only that, it takes that much for the Chiefs to get called on a penalty. Not to mention, pretty key punt return. There was about 3 or 4 holding penalties as well as a blocking back that were missed. That was horrible. On top of the Ed Oliver play, I think it was again, this is all muddling together. I don't exactly remember when these plays were. I just remember these still images, and it baffles me that these flags were not thrown. The Ed Oliver play, when he's getting hooked like this, as he's chasing down Mahomes, not called. Not called. Not at all. Travis Kelce taunting after, I think it was a pass interference call. Right in front of the official, by the way. The official had to back him up. He was taunting, he's screaming in his face. Screaming in his face. Who else doesn't get called for that other than Travis Kelce?
Correct.
Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
I know.
What in the fuck are we doing here? And I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but
no.
You know what? I'm just going to go straight to Portnoy's quote, if you will, because I think it's the biggest indictment on this whole thing. Yes, Portnoy lost a lot more money than I will ever make on that game and on the Bills to win the Super Bowl. But just the fact that he's saying this too. We're talking about a Michigan guy here.
Patriots.
Okay? Yeah. Not too high of intelligence, those Michigan people.
Right.
But Portnoy said this. He said his guts were ripped out. I feel for all of Buffalo. Let me tell you something. The refs should be in fucking prison. Yep. Fucking prison. Refs should be in prison. That 4th down spot changed the whole game, which it did. It did. McDermott should be in prison. That Bills coach, that push that they run, they kept running, that doesn't work. Yeah, the refs fucked you, but do they know what a push is? You put 2 fucking huge guys behind Josh Allen and you push. They don't do that. That's what the Eagles put 3 guys in the backfield. They put Saquon, they put fucking Gainwell and another guy, and then they push.
Yep.
Why aren't the Bills? They got 1 guy pushing Josh.
Yeah.
I mean, that made no sense to me as well. And we got to talk about this too. We got to talk about New Heights. New Heights, and how Travis Kelce has constantly had to go on there and defend all of these stupid calls that have gone for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And he did say, when asked by his brother, Jason, who I like a lot better than Travis, I can tell you that, in regards to the roughing, the unnecessary roughness play on Mahomes, which I believe Will Anderson got called for, said he plead the 5th on that one. Said he plead the 5th. So we're talking, even Chiefs players are saying, okay, yeah, we're getting some calls here. We're getting some calls. And I'll say this to Chiefs fans. There are 2 types of you. The first type is, okay, yes, we're getting these calls, but it's benefiting my favorite team. Yay, we're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No problem. You're accepting that you're the beneficiary of a lot of these calls, that the referees are looking out for you a little bit, but it's your team. If the Steelers were in the same position, I might be saying the same thing. A lot of people still have grievances about Super Bowl 40 and the calls that were made in that game. Guess what? I'm going to defend the Steelers. Yes, there were some questionable calls, some light calls in that game, but Steelers made the plays to win the game.
Yeah.
If you're that way with the Chiefs, fine. And then there's the second type of Chiefs fan. The one that is completely delusional and says that these games are being called fair.
Oh.
If you are watching these games through purely biased eyes, I can see how you'd come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
But guess what? Those are still purely biased eyes. And to that type of Chiefs fan, fuck you.
Correct. I agree. Deuces.
Yeah. I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to talk football with you because you're going to have the most idiotic Chiefs boner opinions of all time.
Oh,
so
without a doubt.
Am I pissing you off right now? Good. I'm happy.
Yes.
Makes me happy.
Yeah.
Sorry,
and
I talked for like 8 minutes there. I'm sorry.
But it's what America's thinking, Trevor.
Yeah.
Not even belts.
Literally.
The other thing is too, and I told you this. My fandom of football went down after that because the integrity. Even if let's just say the Steelers are playing the Bills, and it's the same. Yeah. We're getting all these calls. The integrity of the game is getting fucked. Like, that's great. We made it, but it's tainted. Like this whole stretch here, maybe even last year and this year, people are going to be like, well, they won, but look at all the shit. They're blame calls. They're not like Super Bowl 40 where you could go either way, but they gave it to us. These are like the fucking guys getting tackled in the middle of the field and Josh just having to point. Like, what if he didn't point? They wouldn't have called that shit. Like,
probably not.
Where are we? That's just that's a problem. That's a terrible problem.
How much taunting before it becomes taunting?
Correct. I mean, how many guys can Kelce say "fuck off" during a game and he's just there's nothing. I mean, he's had his issue. Jesus Christ, issues in the past with his behavior. Fucking ripping out his towel, throwing it at the ref. All other things, spiking the helmet last year. I mean, yeah, he's a fucking hothead, but he's a star boy, and him and Patty, whatever the fuck they do in their spare time.
Pat's a hothead too.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I've never seen this in a sport. I mean, people are like, "Oh, well, Jordan got calls." Yeah, but Jordan was getting fucked up. Like, let's not.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll say this.
Yeah,
you weren't there watching it live.
No, I was not.
I was watching this Bills-Chiefs game live.
Right.
And I will say on Super Bowl 40, for the Seattle crybabies that are still whining about that, first of all, you won a Super Bowl since then. Get over it. Second of all, I was like, 8 years old when that happened? 7 years old when that happened? A couple weeks away from being 8. Barely started watching football at that point. So I didn't know a first down from a touchdown yet. So if I would have watched that with 26-year-old eyes that I have now, maybe I would have felt a little more tainted.
Right.
Maybe if I watched the game back and I say, okay, yeah, these calls, they made a pretty big difference in the game.
Right.
Maybe that's how I'll feel. And if you're a Chiefs fan and you feel this way, good. If you don't, and you're, like I said, delusional and thinking that these games are being called 100% down the middle, you are the worst kind of fan.
Yeah. Well, and I don't mean to add on to year 2, but I think there's 3. They're just watching it because Taylor Swift's getting shown every fucking 6 minutes. They have no idea what the fuck's going on.
That's the Chiefs fans.
They have no idea what the fuck's going on, but they'll defend the Chiefs, and they have no knowledge of the game.
Oh, the first thing that they come back to is the Chiefs are celebrating is Donna Kelsey, God bless her, with T Swift walking on the field trying to find Travi.
Yeah.
Like, really? You couldn't pan to the coach. You couldn't pan to the players. You couldn't go to the sideline reporter that's interviewing Patrick Mahomes or Travis Kelsey. You had to go to Taylor Swift. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
That's part of what's annoying about this too. Because her appearances, I get it. They make money.
Oh,
they make money, and who knows? Maybe that's the reason they're getting these calls too. I don't know.
I hope someone out there, like, I don't know how we would get those numbers, Trevor, but I hope someday, like, there's a study that shows, like, when Taylor's not attending the game when she is attending the game and what the viewership is on TV, like we have to be talking millions just get thrown in there.
You can definitely track that for sure.
Yeah.
We'd have to sleuth a little bit, but
yeah, we might have to get that graphic up before next week. I'll see if I can find some.
Let's see.
But
likewise.
I'll say this though, before we go over the Eagles and Commanders, then we get over to Trevor's news. I hope they do win. And Kelsey retires. Oh God. Oh boy. What are we?
I don't know who Danielle is, but
his wife. You're the good reason for the teardrops on my guitar. Very good. All right.
That was during her country days, which I appreciate.
I do. Yeah. Now this whole. But anyways,
Romeo and Juliet. That's yeah.
There's some good songs, but let's not fucking make it this whole facade. Like, whatever. Hey, the Steelers are the only team that don't have cheerleaders, so put that on a fucking. Let's see who gets fired up. Yeah, I believe so.
I thought there was more teams.
Watch people get fucking triggered about that. Anyways, but here's the thing: I want the Chiefs to win, and people are going to say, "Oh, what the fuck." I want that to happen so Kelsey retires and this whole fucking thing ends. Just go ahead, have him as a guest, whatever, but I want him to retire. Let's just get the fuck out of this era. I'm sick of it.
There's other teams that don't have cheerleaders, Bill.
Oh, it's this.
Bears, Packers, Browns, Giants, Jets, the Bills, actually, and the Chargers.
Well, that probably pissed somebody off. But anyways.
But still, like 3/4 of the team say the Steelers
right. But I just, whatever. I just want this era to be over. So go ahead, give him the fucking win. Kelsey retire. Get the fuck out of here. Go do your stupid podcast, and then I get to see your ugly fucking ass for the next 10 years with your brother on some shit commercials. Whatever.
They might do the Kick of Destiny next year if they keep this brother thing going.
Yeah, that would be fucking wonderful. It's just, I'm up there with the Mannings right now. I'm sick of seeing. I'm cool with Payne, but
they're a lot more. They're a lot more tolerable than Travis.
Yes.
And I like Jason. I'm not a huge Travis guy.
No. I think he's
personality-wise. Obviously, as a player, I have to respect that. But
I think he's personally a douche. But
yeah.
Anyways, if you're just tuning in now and you missed that whole thing about the Bills and Chiefs, maybe go back in the episode, rewind or watch later on. That was good shit.
But I have a feeling we'll be less fired up about this game.
Yes. Commanders Eagles game. What a game. Did not expect it to be what it is, Trevor. 55-23. Jane Daniels, I'll say this. And actually, to the whole Commanders organization, do not hang your head. Personally, no one knew where the fuck to have you at this year. Huh?
They're not hanging their head. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah. I mean, Dan Quinn comes in, and no one knew because, what the hell was going on with him down in Dallas. And he comes in, and he's fucking leading the charge on his freshman year fucking as a coach here. And I'm impressed. You just faced a jacked up fucking three-headed monster with Saquon, Jalen Hurts, and A.J. Brown. I don't know what else to say about it, Trevor. I mean, Saquon's a freak.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, he's mid. Give him a line. You saw what happens when you give this fucker a line. We saw it at Penn State.
I'll just say this. I knew how the game was going to go within the first couple of drives. Commanders take the ball, go 18 plays, settle for a field goal.
Yeah.
What happens on the first play from scrimmage for the Eagles? Saquon runs 75 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is so ridiculous. And that wasn't the end of his day. He added on 2 more and had 118 yards.
Yeah.
So, on top of that, Will Shipley, nice long run. Jalen Hurts had a few touchdowns. 7 rushing touchdowns for the Philadelphia Eagles offense, and A.J. Brown had a touchdown catch as well. Yeah. So just an all-around dominant performance from the Eagles. And as I alluded to earlier, Commanders did stay in that game until, midway through the third quarter, roughly. But unfortunately couldn't beat a buzzsaw that is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Fuck.
But the Commanders will be back next season. Whether they'll be back this far, I'm not sure. We saw what happened in C.J. Stroud's sophomore campaign. Hopefully, Jane Daniels does not suffer the same fate. Hopefully, the schedule is a little bit favorable to them. I'm honestly, I'm rooting for the Commanders organization. I am.
Oh, I am.
Post He Who Shall Not Be Named, who, by the way, reportedly resents the success that the Commanders are having right now, which good for him. He can go rot in a hole as far as I'm concerned. But no, good for the Commanders, man. I'm happy for him. I'm happy. I'm happy I was wrong about him. I'm happy I was wrong about Jaden Daniels' potential early on in the season, even though I did say he was the most pro-ready and the best quarterback coming out of this draft.
Yes.
I did. A lot of people said Caleb. Yes. Yeah, Caleb might have the higher ceiling, but look what he did with arguably more weapons than Jaden Daniels had in Washington. Yeah. So shove that one right in your face, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Phone was blowing up, Trevor. People pissed over the encroachment penalties, the 3 consecutive penalties when they were trying to stop the tush push. Everybody was like, come on, what the fuck's this guy doing? I said, it's smart, but it gets unsmart because I forgot, and then the ref said it. They can award the points if this happens too many times, because it's fucking up the time of the game.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about it.
If you remember, Yeah, if you remember, not too long ago, the Steelers ran into the situation. I think it was against the Chargers.
Yes.
Where they were going offside on a field goal attempt or an extra point attempt constantly. And the referee came out and said, hey, we got to warn you about this. We could award the points.
Yeah.
And same thing happened with the Commanders here. And Frankie Louvu, who tried to Troy Polamalu on multiple occasions, the eventual touchdown play.
Yeah. That one, though, I don't know if it was the first or second try. I was like, I want them to fucking allude to Troy. But they didn't. They're trying to pull a Troy Polamalu here. It just didn't time it right. But
they said it after the fact, like
they did
or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure one of them said it. I can't remember if it was Kevin or if it was TB12, but
right.
I thought I heard. I thought I heard that. I think it might have been TB12 actually, giving a little bit of shout out to Troy. And if it was, good on you, sir.
Yes. No.
But that really, that was kind of the wildest part of the game, other than Saquon going nuts.
Yeah.
And what a difference a year makes, man. What a difference a year makes.
Yeah. And also, I guess the last point before we go over your news I have for this is people totally forget about the collapse of last season that the Commanders had with the owner, who's we're not going to talk about, but a jackass. You get new ownership in there, a whole new regime comes in, whole new quarterback, and they fucking lay it out there, Trevor, and they did a hell of a job. So
a whole new coach too, who everybody took for granted and thought, what's this guy doing? Dan Quinn, really? Yeah, I guess he made a Super Bowl a little while ago. Coached the Falcons for a little bit, been with the Cowboys. Like, yeah, whatever. And all of a sudden, coaches the young Commanders to an NFC Championship game. So, Dan Quinn still got it, my friend.
Yeah, he's wearing sweatpants and he has his hat backwards. This isn't a coach. Damn, you were fucking proven wrong. Let me just tell you that.
Yeah. And that's the same people that praise Tomlin. He's wearing sweats and a baggy jacket on the sidelines with a knit cap.
Yeah.
So they don't wear suits anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking McCarthy's in a mafia outfit half the time. So
good shit. No, but good coverage as always. But I'll be back later with debate time, and we'll go over to Trevor's news here.
Really that was the only piece of news I had was the David Portnoy thing.
Oh, okay.
Beyond that, I'm just going to jump straight into my segments if you want to start with what's more likely, please.
Hell yeah. Another edition of What's More Likely with Trevor Dinsmore.
Thank you, sir.
You got
it right. You got it right. I got to give me a photo of me doing like this or something.
I will stick the LinkedIn photo. You look good.
Yeah.
You don't have him on their ad.
My hair was a little frizzy that day. I forgot to use conditioner, but it is what it is. But I'll maybe take a selfie, like one of those cheesy ones, and send you something. But anyway. On to this week's edition of What's More Likely. And on top of all the coverage that we've been having on the NFL and the NFL's recent past, headed into the near future, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the distant future. And for one team in particular, the Pittsburgh Steelers. You alluded to the quarterback conversation for 2025, whether it's going to be Fields or Russ. We don't really know yet. I know I have my preferences. And I learned, too, that Russ might want to reunite with Pete Carroll over in Las Vegas, which would open the door for Fields. But I'm not talking about 2025 here. I'm talking about 2026. Is it more likely that the Steelers have their 2026 starting quarterback on their roster as of 2024, or are we going to go out and draft one next season, after next season?
Oh.
Because I don't think we're drafting one this season with this QB class.
No. I'd love to stay with Fields. I really would. Let's just see it. Give him a 2-year deal, 3-year deal. Let's just see it. Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
and I don't want, and I give short answers sometimes, but this is going to be a little long-winded. We need to fucking get with the times, Trevor. We need a mobile RPO, fucking trick plays. We need to get with the times. I know we like to run the ball, but the halfback dive, that's not now. Okay, this isn't the '90s with Bus. Okay, we don't have our Jerome Bettis. We don't have Ben that can, fucking sling the rock and 60 yards and he doesn't even bat an eye. I mean, we need to get. I think Fields is our guy. I do.
Okay. That's interesting because I was looking at some of the prospects for 2026. You got Nico Iamaleava from Tennessee, as well as Arch Manning. You got Drew Aller coming out as well. You got that Nussmeier from LSU potentially coming out as well. Pretty good QB class all told. In comparison to this year, I think it's going to be. I think you're going to have more polished guys coming down the pike than you would maybe even this season.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I would like Fields to succeed next season. I really would. I would like him to, like you said, get with the times a little bit, get a running quarterback that knows how to protect himself. And as long as he develops and throwing the ball, getting the ball to the right guys, we'll see what happens. And not to compare, quarterbacks to Josh Allen here, but we saw what happened when Josh Allen didn't have the primary mouth to feed, right?
Correct.
He was able to distribute the ball pretty evenly. No one bitched and moaned. Mm-hmm. What happens if Pickens is no longer a Steeler next year? Fields is the quarterback, and he just starts slinging the ball all over the place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of options to consider there. I think next year is the year we go after a quarterback, though. And I know we're probably not going to be able to reach Arch, but I wouldn't mind getting that Nussmeier from LSU, however high he goes. I think he would be able to fall to us. He's not terribly high on a lot of draft boards, but if Nussmeier, forget what class he is, but if he comes out in 2026, I'd like the Steelers to go get him.
Here's the other thing. Matt Collins was like their number 2. No offense to Amari Cooper, but
that's true.
Who the fuck would have thought? That's a very good point, Trevor.
Oh, yeah.
Khalil and then Matt Collins. And he was, I believe, on the practice squad or was getting diced around for the Falcons the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. We need to see Pickens fucking grow up a little bit or it's time to move. I think he's given enough time.
I mean, that's what it's kind of what Mr. Rooney said, isn't it?
He did allude to that. He did allude.
He touched on it. Oh, also Carson Beck coming up. Well, potentially if he has a good season in Miami, that could happen.
If Sid's our quarterback, it's going to be very tough to watch games.
Yeah.
No.
I agree. Well, I mean, if he's slinging the rock, though, I don't care what he looks like.
Right.
He could look like an Oompa Loompa for all I care.
Right.
As long as he's slinging the rock, he's having success at the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm okay with that. But no, I think you got a deeper class next year than you do this year. So I say we go after a guy. I'd like to.
Yeah. Drew Aller was attractive to me, but not after. Anyways, let's not open once again.
Chemistry with its receivers, a lot of shit can change in between now and then.
Right.
But anyway. Back to the Raiders. We touched on Pete Carroll a little bit. More likely result for the Raiders this upcoming season: 6 wins or less, or they make it to the playoffs. Because Lord knows they're not going to win that division. Sorry, they're not getting the first round bye or nothing. But
I see them 9-8.
9-8.
I see them
in a playoff spot potentially.
Yeah,
wild card. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah.
If Russ goes over there all day, I see them.
Could be interesting.
They just need a goddamn quarterback, Trevor. Like really. And then get a decent weapon, maybe. this draft. See what happens.
Yeah, somebody to fill in the slots there.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
I mean, they got the tight end.
They got two.
Powers. They need a running back too. They
yes,
Madison's not going to work.
Yeah,
oh shit! What I even forget what the other guy's name. Zamir White.
Yes,
he's not going to work either.
Yeah,
they need to go get a running back. Whether they do that early on, I don't know. Could happen.
Yeah, no, you got Mayer and fucking Bowers. I mean, fuck. Top 10 tight end duo right there all day.
I know.
Maybe even higher.
Would be. Yeah. I mean, what pick of the Raiders? I always forget what the order is.
They have to be at least. Well, they have to be top not.
No, yeah, they're somewhere. They're in the top 10. I know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Here. Let's take a look. They are number 6.
Ooh, that's good
and
spot.
Actually, mock drafts already coming out here. This one from Bucky Brooks over at NFL.com has the Raiders taken Tataliora McMillan,
Okay.
the wide receiver from Arizona.
Okay, yeah,
I believe he's. Oh yeah, I believe he's. I forget exactly where he is in terms of draft boards. Let me take a look at that too. I'm like genuinely curious now.
Yeah.
Let me see. Best available. There we go. Here we go. At wide receiver. Oh yeah, he's right behind Travis Hunter, number 2 receiver.
Oh, well, that ain't a bad spot to be, huh?
That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice. And I will say, I know we're pro Steelers here. Emeka Ibuka, 29th overall. 29th overall prospect. And in this Bucky Brooks projection, he has the Steelers taking Luther Burden III, wide receiver from Missouri, and I believe he's right behind Ibuka.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's actually right behind Evan Stort out of Oregon, number 7th overall receiver in this year's draft. So I told you receiver. First mock draft says receiver. Let's go get a receiver, shall we?
We appreciate your efforts, Bucky. Thank you. God damn it.
Hey, and don't worry. Dinsy's draft dissertation will be back very soon.
And it's more thorough. So
it's going to be. You bet.
It is.
You bet your ass. Because I'm only going to do one position a week, ladies and gentlemen. Just one. One. It was a little cumbersome last year. I had to cover like guards and tackles and safeties and corners in the same week. Got a little cumbersome there, but it will be back. We'll be back.
Very insightful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Continuing on with what's more likely to win the Super Bowl next season.
Yeah.
And I got top 6 odds for you right here on ESPN Bet. FanDuel, not that I saw, didn't have this prop out yet, but on ESPN Bet, Chiefs are betting favorites plus 600, Bills plus 650, Ravens tied with them at plus 650, Lions at plus 700, and then Eagles at plus 800. And then if you have somebody outside of that top 6 winning the Super Bowl, other than,
I do every year.
I know. I get it. And you've been disappointed for 15 years.
I lose $5 every time since 2015 or 20. Oh no, when I started betting 20, 21, 22. Yeah, 22. So the last 3 years, I'm down $15, but that's what it is.
I got you.
It'll happen. It'll happen someday, baby. I don't know.
I got you.
Yeah.
Anyway, most likely win the Super Bowl next year. Oh, and to get my answer on the last one, I'll say playoffs as well.
Okay. I want the fight. I just don't think the Bills. I don't know. Lions. Just what America wants. Yeah.
I was honestly on them too. Like what they did this year, 15-2, healthy. They went 15-2 with like a third string defense for like half the season.
Yeah,
I think they can rip through the playoffs if they're healthy.
Yes.
If they're healthy on the defensive side of the ball. If they're actually able to stop somebody, because even when they were winning in those last several games of the season, they had to like ramp up the score to win.
Yeah.
But they get a good enough defense led by Alex Anzalone. I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah. I want to say the Bills, Trevor, but I don't know.
I do too. But they're probably gonna have to go through the Chiefs.
No. It's so
unless they get the 1 seed.
Yeah. I just gotta say this, just because I just want him. I don't even want and I think it's to this point for Josh too. I'm not inside his head, and I've never had a conversation with him, but just how much he's involved in the community up there, O'Shea Hospital, all that shit with the kids.
Oh yeah, good. Soul.
I just want him to get that one win against Mahomes in the playoffs. I think that would be his Super Bowl, just to throw in the motherfucker one time, like please.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's one time.
Yeah. No.
Depends if the officials get in the way too, but that is the way it is.
It's something,
Anyway, going to the college ranks, here's some coordinator hires that have been at that level as well. Some high impact ones. We're talking, mostly talking Penn State with this one. Most likely, or more likely coordinator to make a bigger impact at the college level. Clemson hiring former Penn State defensive coordinator Tom Allen, or Penn State hiring former Ohio State and Oklahoma State defensive coordinator Jim Knowles.
I really like Tom Allen's packages.
Same.
I really like
the season. A good bit of exotic stuff in there, but never straying from the fundamentals.
I'm going to have to go with the first one.
I'm in agreement with you. I'm in agreement with you. Just because of where the Penn State defense usually is as a unit, regardless of who's coaching them. Now I know, yes, Manny Diaz was a huge difference maker in that spot. Tom Allen did what he could as well, but we're talking a guy that just won a national championship, knows how to play, knows how to make his players play championship level defense. It's close. It's close, but I'll say Tom Allen at Clemson, bringing some defense to the ACC.
Just how he used Abdul Carter, just outside guys, and the exotic blitzes up the middle. Oh, like,
yeah, DeLuca. Yeah, what's his name? Rojas.
Oh,
Tony Rojas. He had a great season.
Yes,
great season. And I think it was Sutton that had that interception on Riley Leonard in that playoff game.
Yeah,
I think that's who it was.
Yeah,
I want to say it was denied Dennis Sutton, but yeah, whoever had that reception just got fucking as an end. Got up there, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I thought it was a good throw, and it ends up in Penn State's hand.
He's good at disguising shit too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I think he's going to bring a lot of that to Clemson as well. So yeah. Wish Tom Allen well, and welcome Mr. Jim Knowles. I hope you're ready to elevate this defense to 1, beat your former team, and 2, make it a little bit deeper of a run into the playoff.
Yeah, give Franklin a kick in the ass for me, could you? Fuck.
He might on his first day there. Just for. I mean, in fairness, he's kicked his ass enough. So.
No, but come on,
still
get him in gear a little bit. Come on.
Yeah, no, absolutely, no. So going over to WWE here. Royal Rumbles is Saturday. I know I'm going to be watching. It's one of my favorite events throughout the year. That countdown from 10, and then the music hits. That never gets old to me. And usually, there's a couple of legends that make a nice little comeback, whether it's in the men's or the women's match.
Yep. So
who's the most likely WWE legend to return at the Royal Rumble? And I got 2 men and 2 women here. So you can pick one of the 4, or you can pick 1 man, 1 woman, however you want to do it.
Okay.
I'll list the 4 off here. Shawn Michaels.
Oh.
He's been on TV a lot lately, gave a sweet chin music to Kevin Owens at Saturday night's main event.
Yep.
As sweaty as he was, he was sweating through his suit shirt, but still, that was fun to see. I wish they would have hit his music instead of Cody's, but whatever. Goldberg.
Oh, wow.
Had that little altercation a while back with Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
I remember exactly what pay-per-view was at, but had a nice little altercation with him. AJ Lee, CM Punk's wife.
Oh, okay.
Kind of busy running, I think it's a movie production company right now, but
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Former partner on TV, going to be on TV a lot, Nikki Bella.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you can pick one man, one woman, or just one of the four, however you want to do it.
You got to give me the Heartbreak Kid.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that.
And the reason I say this, I don't know if you saw this interview. This is a very old interview, and I can send it to you just for fact checking. But Triple H came so hard at Goldberg. Did you ever see that? He's like, guy always complained about traveling. He'd have only 3 to 5 minute long matches. Yeah, like there's a
How long ago was this? How long ago was that?
I'd probably say I got to fact check it, Trevor, but maybe 8-10 years ago. I mean, he still had the full on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so like 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
So maybe like 12 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah,
shit, that kind of changed my perspective. But I love Shawn Michaels, and I know you love his walkout music. It's like
my favorite superstar of all time.
When he gets down, and he fucking buddy, and then and I can still picture it as a kid. He'd get down, into the squad and put the muscles up, and the fireworks go over here and the crowd. Fuck, buddy.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff.
And DX, yeah, I want Shawn Michaels. Yeah,
I like where your thought, like where your head is. Honestly, I didn't pick one before, like saying it out loud. This is live. I would love to see AJ Lee come back. Would love to see her in the ring, even if it's just one last time. I think it's going to be Nikki Bella.
Okay.
Which I'd be okay with.
Right.
I'd be very okay with that. She's been often on TV before. I don't know. I think it's a great worker in the ring, all-time legend. They're not going to fuck up. Some legends, they show ring rust. I don't think Nikki Bella would. And it's going to make the crowd, pop to the moon. I think that one would be fun. And I think that's what's most likely. But if that counts down to 0 and I hear, oh, Sean, like I'm probably going to need a new pair of shorts.
I'm going to jump off the couch. Yeah.
I'm going to jump on the couch and probably break it.
You're right. You said
going
legends.
To need a new couch.
You said woman legends. I only started watching last March.
Sure. Yeah.
I want to see Trish Stratus come back. I loved her. She did
a run not too long ago.
Okay.
With Becky Lynch.
Okay.
I think it was like right before you got back into watching it too.
Oh my God.
If you go back and look at some of those matches, those were fun. She could still go. She could still work.
I bet.
Yeah.
Lita,
not quite as much. She was kind of involved in that storyline.
Oh, I love Lita too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, Trish. Yeah, that'd be a good one too. Came out at number 30 a few years back.
Right. Okay.
So, no, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that at all. And some slight news on that women's front. Do you remember Jordan Grace? That big bulky girl from TNA?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. She officially signed a WWE contract this past week.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So she's probably going to be in the Rumble.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's going to be fun.
I'm excited.
If only Jade Cargill wasn't hurt, I'd like Jordan Grace and Jade Cargill to face off.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun. Two of the most muscular women on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
Locking arms, Yeah. Locking up in the ring. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
That'd be good shit. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll continue our WWE talk, but in our next segment, which is all in, raise, check, or fold, if you would like to cue that up for me, please.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, good sir. Thank you. Let's jump right into it here. The all-in race checker fold. Did you see, and I don't know, I forgot to send you this. Did you see the new Slim Jim commercial with LA Knight and Jey Uso?
No.
Okay, do me a favor, and I want you to react to this live. Pull out your phone and watch it.
Okay.
Pull out your phone and watch it.
You want the sound off?
You can put it on. As long as you're not showing video, it's not copyright. You're fine.
All right, LA Knight.
LA Knight, Jey Uso, Slim Jim. Just put that into YouTube. It'll probably pop up. So we'll get a live reaction for this one because I saw it last night on Monday Night Raw, and I'm like, damn. Because I saw the old Randy Savage one. Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. You know.
Okay.
You got it? You watch
Yeah,
it?
I'm watching. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, turn that sound up. I can't hear it.
To a Slim Jim. To the spice. No. Oh, yeah.
I like it. I like that shit. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So here's my all-in race checker fold. Then that commercial is just as good as the Randy Savage one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm putting you on the spot. I didn't mean to put you on the spot like this. I thought you watched Raw. I thought you saw the commercial.
No. I gotta watch tomorrow, but I gotta go check there, Trevor.
Okay.
No disrespect to LA Knight.
Of course. I mean, yeah.
I think it'd be so badass to get like the figurine that they have at the stores of Randy Savage. And there's like at the our 7-Eleven, they have a Randy Savage cowboy hat. You could take the subjects out. I'm like, that'd be fucking cool to have. Just conversation.
one with like an LA Knight and Jey Uso sunglasses on it.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be. I just take the whole thing off the fucking end cap and just, sir, that's not. Ring it up. All right. I don't give a fuck. Ring it up. You tell me what you want for this. All right.
Sir, you're paying $120 for these Slim Jims. Bring it up.
Let's go. Did I stutter? I want the goddamn thing, man.
Be good.
No, that's good commercial.
I think it would be really. Oh yeah, no, that was good. I think it would be really cool is if I know a lot of people are into collecting like WWE and other figures.
Yeah.
You throw the three of those guys in like a Slim Jim pack with like Slim Jim attire.
Yeah.
If Slim Jim would be willing to sign off on that.
Yeah.
Why not? I might add it to my shelf back here. And it's something I don't have to build. You know, I can just toss it on there.
Right.
With that being said, I was at a raise, actually. I was thoroughly entertained by it.
Oh, it is.
Very in your face, like the Randy Savage one is, with two of my favorite superstars in the game right now. So I was at a raise, honestly. But yeah, even after the immediate reaction, you were at a check. You kept your emotions in check right there. Because you were like, oh shit, that's pretty good.
I'll say this. I just appreciate them having Randy somehow incorporated. I think. Oh, you bring in the old heads and the new gen collide in, like that's fucking cool.
Yeah,
they did a hell of a job on that. Good homage. Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. And that's what they've been doing with the Saturday night's main event as well.
Yep.
Thoughts on some of the legends on screen there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, you did watch Raw. You didn't watch Raw yet, though?
No, I got to watch tomorrow.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
No.
Okay. So I'll spoil it a little bit for
That's
you
all right.
here.
Okay.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Came out, cut a promo, actually got kicked in the face by Sami Zayn by accident. So there's some tension brewing there. And obviously, Kevin Owens is fighting Cody for the title, and he's Sami's former friend.
Yep.
Blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of development going on with that. But since Raw was in Atlanta, Cody's hometown, he cut a promo to end the show. And who else interrupts him but CM Punk?
Oh, boy.
That was a good promo. Excellent promo. Highly recommend you go see that.
Yeah.
But anyway, one of the things they talked about was pressure. Pressure on Cody Rhodes to maintain the integrity of the title.
Right.
And I won't reveal too much, but he was saying some things. He was doing some things that, I don't know, maybe an anti-hero type of guy would.
Oh, boy.
And I know this has been a long-standing rumor, but I'm just going to lay my cards on the table with this one.
Yep.
Tie-in with the segment name, of course. All this pressure for Cody Rhodes is going to one day in 2025 force him to turn heel.
All in.
Me too.
He's going to say, fuck it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
At some point.
You have to.
You have the mega baby face right now in Roman, OTC,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Roles of, could potentially be reversed here. I don't think they pulled the trigger before Mania, but Matt, let me put this in your head. This just popped into my head. Imagine it's Mania. It's Roman and Cody for the title again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cody retains but turns heel mid-match.
I love it. I love that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
No.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. Granted, he still is the cash cow. He's still the face of the company.
Right.
They probably got to milk him for a while yet. And I don't think he would. I don't know if he would quite ready to be done being face at that point. And obviously the crowd isn't divided like they were with John Cena back in the day. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks.
Right.
And who knows? They might never turn him heel, but let me just plant that little seed into your brain. What if he turns heel on Roman at Mania and puts Roman over as the mega babyface? He can retain, but Roman's now the mega babyface, and you continue that rivalry possibly for another whole year.
Right. I do it. I would do it, Trevor. Yeah. Oh, is that part? Is that one of the all in? You want me?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It was just Cody potentially turning heel. But
okay. I'm all in on that one too.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. That's good shit.
Fair enough. Yeah. It could be interesting, my friend. Could be.
God, the build-up would be something. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Anyway, now that I got your brain working a little bit, go back to the NFL. Done with our WWE talk for now. Back to the NFL. Talking potential expansion of replay assist. They alluded to it in the post game after the Chiefs game. And they, some of the sports hosts, the shows, alluded to it the next day, potentially expanding replay assist and putting chip technology in the balls.
Yep.
And when I say expand replay assist to include plays like the Mahomes sliding personal foul, that play against the Texans, to include stuff like that.
Yep.
All in raise, check or fold on that one.
All in.
2 straight all ins. I like it.
You're just leaving. I mean, fuck, Trevor. Let's just go down memory lane here real quick. And Bills fans, I don't mean to drive the dagger even farther.
You're gonna, but
you had to change the playoff rules to give another possession.
Yeah.
Then to a certain point, let's just fucking get everything that could go fucking wrong, Trevor. Because again, the product, and everybody has to remind me. Well, NFL is listed under sports entertainment. Okay, well if that's the case, why don't we try to bulletproof everything that could get fucked all at one time. I don't know why it took after another game that got screwed over against the Texans and also now the Bills that we're talking about doing the goddamn chip. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still hot about the George Pickens fucking catching the end zone, and he somehow managed to get 2 feet down, but it was the same foot. I'm still pissed about that. But
that would be a rule. That wasn't a replay thing. That was a rule thing.
I know. There's just a whole combination of shit we learned this season that they can do a better job with. But yeah, I'm all in on that though.
Okay. Yeah, same here. To me, it just comes down to common sense. Yep. If you can get it right, get it right. And if replay assist buzzes in and say, hey, you got it wrong on the field, then eye in the sky looking at this stuff. We've seen replay assist come in before and, issue penalties or make quick rulings. It's pretty quick. You take a pause, maybe a 30-second timeout, more ad revenue for the NFL. Hello, you can throw sponsors up there and say, hey, this game is brought to you by Snickers. You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Or you could pan on the Taylor Swift picking her nose for 30 fucking seconds while they're doing it. Whatever.
If she's with Doja Cat or if she's with Donna. Either way. More money. You can make some more money in that 30 seconds.
And Tony could say, hey, Jim, is Taylor up there eating nachos? Oh, Tony, I believe she is. Jalapenos, you think? I don't. There's still a lot of things you could.
Yeah, that sounds like something Tony would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So makes sense to me. You're getting the game right. You're maintaining the integrity of the game, and you're making a little bit more money.
Yep. You're losing. Trevor, I guess I don't want to ask you a question mid your segment, but how many people do you think they lost from that game? Like, just said, fuck it. Like, there's a lot that are not going to watch the Super Bowl. I mean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we took a straw poll at my work during it was a CPE meeting. One of those polls for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And about 30% of the participants saying that they're not going to watch it.
I mean,
granted, you might have some non-football people in there, but
right.
Still, it's America, man. Most people watch the Super Bowl.
Right.
And I even said to myself, I might not watch the Super Bowl. I might watch the Eagles' possessions. I might watch Kendrick's halftime show. I might not watch it at all. I might make plans and do something else that night. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. But as far as the Super Bowl goes, it is not priority number one.
No. I just need to throw that out there because I didn't ask you when we were talking. I'm like, fuck, I got to ask him before I forget. But okay.
I got you.
Yeah.
As far as how many people they lost, no earthly idea.
Yeah.
No earthly idea. I wouldn't be surprised if Super Bowl viewership is, I don't know, at least decreased from last year, maybe the lowest in 3 or 4 years.
Oh, I agree.
It'll be a dip, but there'll be enough Swifties and stuff to make up for it.
Right. So. Right. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
This one's going to trigger you.
Okay.
Would definitely thank God that your wife is playing Minecraft right now.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
She would definitely be triggered. Don't let her watch this particular piece of this segment back.
Yes.
All in, raise, check, or fold. As long as Patrick Mahomes has a pulse and is playing football, Josh Allen will not win a Super Bowl.
Oh. I just think it's the Kelsey piece to it. I'll say, and this is honest opinion, I'd say check.
Okay, what makes you say check?
Or sorry, raise. Sorry, raise.
Raise? Okay, what makes you say raise?
I think I think he can do it one time, Trevor. I think once Kelsey gets the fuck out of there, I think this whole facade potentially blows over. And also, I don't know, who they're going to be drafting this year. I hope they give him a little more weapons. Not a star guy, but another role guy. We don't need another fucking dick situation.
Sure.
You got the run game.
So the run game's taken care of, yeah.
They had the fucking better team, though. In a fucked up way, they did. That's why I think they could have beat him at the goddamn refs didn't get involved there. I don't think it's Patrick's play. It's the goddamn.
I'll say this: if that game's in Buffalo, I think it goes the other way. But
oh my! I think they win by at least 10
all day. About that, but I think it might go the other way.
Okay. But, yeah. It's Arrowhead, Geofield, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. I'd say Rays.
So you'd say Rays on Josh Allen not winning a Super Bowl, as long as Patrick Mahomes is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was as you were making as you had that long pause and was making those faces. I was kind of trying to think myself, like, what the hell am I going to say here?
Yeah.
Because again, people, I don't necessarily lay out like, oh, I'm going to say all into this. I'm going to say Rays to this. Sometimes I do. This one I did not.
Yeah.
I'll say a Rays with you, though. I'll tag along.
I can't go all in, though. I just feel dirty if I do that.
No, me neither. To me, there's a sliver of hope.
Yeah.
And that Josh Allen has beaten Patrick Mahomes 4 out of 5 times in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously 0-4 in the postseason, but
yeah.
I don't know. I think there's still a sliver of hope there.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope. And the other thing, too, is, Trevor, they're calling this the modern day Four Falls of Buffalo. Like, okay. Hey,
no, it's not. It's not
let's not get out of hand here. Okay. Fuck. You want to talk about pain?
Yeah.
Lose 4 Super Bowls, buddy. That's a different kind of pain.
In a row.
That's with multiple Hall of Famers on that. Yeah, that's not comparable, buddy. Sorry. No. And then what Jim had to go through after with the son and the cancer. I mean, fuck. God.
Not good.
That's tough shit, Trevor.
I agree.
Yeah. I respect him. I don't like a lot of the Bills. I do like Jim Kelly, though. I will say that. So, yeah.
Good.
PA boy. So,
good. Yeah. All in Rays, check or fold. Last one.
Mm-hmm.
The phrase rings true. I think I touched on this earlier and kind of nodding your head, but get an official verdict. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And that is exactly what the Chiefs and the Eagles have done, creating this concoction of a Super Bowl.
All in.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Chiefs more so, obviously. I still love Saquon. But
yeah.
Sirianni, I never really liked him. And Philadelphia, period, really. Other than the Sixers. Like, I dipped my toe in that fan base, but obviously not the Eagles, but I dipped my toe in Philadelphia sports fandom, just not the Eagles.
And if you're a new fan, let's say you just started watching football, it's like, I'll give it even 5 years ago.
Sure.
Later, like earlier mid-2000s, Trevor, to early 10s, I cannot fucking do Eagles fans. I remember I was a kid. Okay, they were, and I don't know if you remember this. They were playing the Falcons, I think around Christmas. And because Santa was wearing red and white, they fucking threw snowballs at him. Ever since then, I said, you know what? I don't like these guys. Because I still, at the time, Santa's real, but
sure, as you would.
I just hate them. And then on top of that, you got the Chiefs. You got 2 ugly heads. It's just whatever, But I agree, all in. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of controversy from the Eagles side as much as the Chiefs, though.
I'll give it that. I guess our bias coming in against the Eagles, cross-state rivals, what have you. That's fueling our opinions for sure here, but a lot of that is on the head of the Chiefs.
Yeah. And that's the only Philly team I have a fucking problem with. They're just a different breed. And before we go on your next segment, I'll say this too. Even if the Eagles win, they're going to have Sirianni's head if they lose 3 games in a row next season to start the season off. Like, that's how bizarre they are to me.
Yeah. It's worse than Ohio State fans.
They'll lose the Michigan.
Potentially. There's a debate to be had there.
Right.
But you can compare the two for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's all. Okay, we're good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, that was it. That was all I had for All In Race Check or Fold. We'll run through on a scale of 1 to 10. Are they fucked? Relatively quickly, and then I got some Super Bowl betting numbers for y'all, and we're gonna rip through those before I touch on something a little bit new to the show that I'm hoping becomes a weekly thing. Not a segment, just something I wanted to insert into the show.
Yeah.
With that, on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked?
There we go.
Love seeing Nick Cage.
The clapping now is really starting to get me with his face. Like, it's just, I don't know.
What?
I like it, the clapping with his face. It just, it's like, it's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
I like it.
It goes with the beat of the thing. It goes. Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Two and 1 and 2 and 1
Yeah.
and 2. Yeah. I like it. But
Yeah.
anyway, last I'll touch on this Chiefs-Bills game.
Yeah.
And I know I didn't have a whole lot with the Eagles-Washington game, but wasn't a whole lot to be said there other than what we kind of said.
Right.
But touching on that Chiefs-Bills game again, talking about Dalton Kincaid. A lot of people coming after his head on Twitter, Instagram, social media, all across, from sea to shining sea. A lot of people coming after Dalton Kincaid. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked for not making one of the most difficult catches in that game and in this NFL season? The people calling out Dalton Kincaid for missing that catch.
I have to be at least a 10 there.
At least a 10? Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's as high as you can go.
I know. I was going to go 9, but then I saw what Knox, I don't want to be too long with it, but Dawson Knox just came to his rescue, and I really think more highly of him.
Josh Allen as well.
Josh, I just like Dawson Knox. To the people out there, you try to make that play. Like,
yeah, you damn
it's
right.
Real.
You damn right. You try to make that play.
Yeah.
Not to mention, look how many Chiefs are around the ball.
Correct. And it's not on Josh.
The ball.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I mean, Christ, you know what that play reminded me of? And the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay and Kansas City. Mahomes making that.
Yeah.
I think it was Tyreek.
Yeah.
Went through his hands.
Yep.
That's what that reminded me of. Like, you go try and make that catch.
Yeah. And
I don't know.
you replay it and you don't know the outcome of it, and you see Josh hung that fucking thing. You have, like, watching it live, I thought it was dead on the grass. I was like, holy shit, he had a chance. But
there was a chance there. It was, yeah.
He had to turn his body around, come back, and then dude, there's too much. It's too much. It's too much to ask. So exactly. I'm at a 10. And everybody that's talking shit on him, it's disgraceful. It's as disgraceful as what you did to Tyler Bass. So
yeah, and honestly, Allen took the onus on himself. Said, and I quote, "I didn't feel like I put him in good enough situations this year with ball placement."
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that's a tough catch. He got both hands on it, got kind of his arm on it, but he was sprawling out. He was dying. That's a tough catch. It's a tough catch.
Backwards. Like, that's
living backwards. That would have been about it wouldn't have been as impressive as Saquon leaping over someone backwards, but it would have been pretty damn impressive.
Yes.
Pretty damn impressive if he made that catch. And because these guys are all world and they don't make the all world plays all the time.
Yeah.
People couch potato coaches go after their head. And you know how I hate couch potato coaches.
Oh yeah. I felt bad for them.
Yes. Do I become one myself sometimes? Yes. Yes, I do.
Right.
Yes, I do. But ultimately, I'm just a guy on a podcast talking about this stuff to give you guys content and to give my honest opinion. And like we said earlier, it's my therapy. This is your therapy. This is how we express our true feelings on certain subject matter in something that we're interested in.
Yeah.
And not criticizing the athletes that come along with it.
Yeah.
So for those that are criticizing Dalton Kincaid, like Dawson Knox said, you go make that fucking play.
Yeah.
He didn't use the F word, but go make the play.
Just ending point, Trevor. I don't know how you don't feel bad for him. That's all. I don't know how you go right to hate. It's like, oh God. Like, oh,
yeah. I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's
Emotions are different for everybody. I get it, and that hurt Bills fans. I get that, especially with the way things went down. And if that one thing went right, it all would have been different. But no, a lot of things went wrong in that game.
Yes.
Chief among them. We know.
Yep.
Anyway, another hire in the coaching world at the NFL level, Liam Cohen.
Yep.
After a tumultuous situation with the Buccaneers, he was with the Buccaneers, then he wasn't, then he was. Now he's the Jacksonville head coach. Had his introductory press conference the other day, and there's one clip that has just absolutely gone pretty much viral at this point, and is him saying at the very end of his press conference, Duval.
Yeah.
And I can't do it horribly enough to do it justice. Go watch the clip, search Liam Cohen Duval, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But on a scale of 1 to 10, is it fucked the way Liam Cohen says Duval and instills faith in the Jacksonville fan base?
I gotta go 9.
Oh,
9.
Yeah.
I can't have.
If I could be higher than 10, I'd be higher than 10. That was god awful. That was so fucking awkward.
I just don't know. He must have threw that in the PR department, wasn't aware. But like he put himself on the map though. Shit. I mean, some
not
people
the right way, but yes.
Right.
You got attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know press is bad press, but like
right. He's gonna be in some
Duval.
Yeah. He's gonna be in some local fucking car dealership commercial. Get some
Duval.
It's gonna be all over down there in Jacksonville. They're gonna
probably right.
Yeah.
You're probably
a business decision, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Now,
I cringed when I first saw it. I'm like, oh, I got a fucking shower
down my spine. That felt dirty. That wasn't nice.
No, I didn't like it. Fucking hair on my neck came up. I said, I gotta take a shower. She goes, why? I said, that just fucked me up.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
But good luck to him. Good luck to him. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, good luck to him. Good luck to the Jaguars. Hopefully they figure some shit.
Can't get any fucking worse. So
yeah. Going back to the Super Bowl here, and then we'll actually touch on a little bit of basketball before I get into Super Bowl betting. Get a little palate cleanser in there before finishing it out with football. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked NFL ratings in 2025 if the Super Bowl comes down to a controversial call that benefits the Chiefs again?
10.
We're at 10s across the board. Again. For the second time this segment.
Yeah. And I don't know what the hell I was going to say, but I'm just trying to make it comparable to other sports. I'd say basketball. I think another controversial thing, Trevor, is Jordan's push-off. You
guy was
the Jazz. Yeah.
Game 6. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I've never seen it this blatant. Like, it's bad.
Yeah.
And we're not even hiding it.
No. They're doing the worst job they ever have of hiding it.
Like, oh, there's no script. It's not fixed. Oh, and then Goodell at the beginning of the season on Pat McAfee's show. Oh, yeah, the script, right? I'm like, now that I look back at that didn't age well, Raj. Just want to throw that out there. You're doing air quotes. I think there is one, Raj.
It might be. I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know.
10. Let me tell you this. If there is roughing the passer, or a pass interference call that changes the outcome of the game, and let's say it's a 3-point game on Travis Kelce, and that puts him in field goal range, one of those two plays, Trevor, it's going to take me all summer to get over even bearing watch a preseason game.
We're going to talk about it every single week.
So I'm just telling you guys, if you have something planned the Tuesday after the Super Bowl, I don't give a fuck what's going on. My voice is fucked, whatever. Be here, because it's gonna, if the Chiefs win.
By the time you're 50, you're not going to have a voice. I hope you
no.
You're going to be talking like Stephen Hawking. It's not going to be good.
No, I'm going to go 10 though. Mm-hmm.
Okay, same here.
Yeah,
same here. But anyway, a little bit of a palate cleanser, easier topics here. I'm talking about a little bit of college basketball for you, and a topic of controversy for many, many bracket makers across the country is what in the hell do we do with Duke every year? Sometimes they're out in a game. Sometimes they make the Final Four. Sometimes they win the ACC but lose in the second round. Sometimes they don't do jack shit in the ACC tournament, and then they go to the final game.
Yep.
But right now, they're on a very, very torrid stretch, 14 straight games, and they just won last night as well.
Mm.
Cooper Flagg, talented freshman, this guy, leads a team in every major statistical category, including, I said every statistical category. Points, 19.9 a game. Rebounds, 7.9 a game. Assists, 4.1 a game. Steals, actually, he did lead in steals when I checked this. Malik Brown now leads in steals with 1.5. Cooper Flagg not far behind. He's actually tied with Malik Brown at 1.5 steals a game. And then blocks as a guard.
Oh, wow.
1.2 a game.
Shit.
Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. And then other two top scorers, surprisingly, Con Canupol and Tyrese Proctor. I believe those are both white dudes. Yeah. Well, actually, Tyrese might be mixed, but he looks pale. But anyway, so holy shit, white guys are good at basketball for Duke. Who knew?
Right. Christian Leitner.
Just kidding. Everybody knew, but I just thought I'd throw that out there.
JJ Redick. Yeah.
Hey, JJ Redick, Christian Leitner.
Yeah. Fuck you, Christian.
Yeah. Grayson Allen.
Yeah. Oh, Trip Boy. That's
He might have been worse. Been worse.
Oh, the heart's going.
No, I get it. I totally get it. Totally get it. And I checked these stats before their game last night. Who was that again? That was against NC State. They won by 10 points at home. But at the time, or not last night, Monday night, they were 4th in the country in scoring defense, 5th in field goal percentage on defense, 20th in assists, 30th in rebounds, tied for 1st in point differential, and 1st in field goal percentage differential. So it's really their defense that's putting them over the top here.
Right.
And I got to say, come tournament time, they're going to be tough to deal with. And to me, they might mow down the ACC and just take it running away. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? The rest of the ACC, college basketball. I give them standings if you want them to. If you want them.
I'll go 10.
Okay.
Duke's firing on all cylinders, it looks like, here, Trevor. So watch the fuck out.
Closest to them is Louisville. They're 16-5. Duke is 18-2. Louisville's 9-1 in conference, as is Clemson. Duke is 10-0 in conference.
And just so people out there know, I'm not just glazing Duke because I'm a fan. No. Syracuse, it's number 1 I hate, and Duke's right there at number 2. So I'm not glazing their asses. I'm just saying
Duke
pretty good
number
basketball.
Number one.
Yeah.
Duke is the ultimate for me. I hate their guts.
Oh,
I respect the hell out of them.
Oh, I respect Coach K. I don't agree with everything, but
he had a long ass tenure. There's going to be some ups and downs.
Right
off the court.
Yeah, but I'll go 10. Like a basketball, and I'm gonna definitely, after you're telling me this, I'm gonna. Well, football's winding down. I'm going to definitely catch more college basketball games. So.
Yeah, same here. It's about the time I get into it. Conference tournaments coming up in I don't know, a few weeks.
Yep.
So I'll watch that. I mean, my Irish and Nittany Lions are probably not doing shit. But you know, it'll be something to watch.
Is Pitt doing shitty?
Put on my TV. Pitt. Where's Pitt?
I don't mean to put you on the spot here.
14. No, that's fine. 14-6 overall, 5-4 in conference. So mid. We'll say
we
mid.
Need them. We need them down there. It's the only thing I hate in Pittsburgh. University of Pittsburgh.
I get it. I get it. They have lost 4 out of their last 6, though.
That is very good.
So
it's positive.
One of those being to Duke, another one of those to Louisville, Florida State, and Clemson. What were those? Actually, those were 4 losses in a row. That they've won their last 2, beat Syracuse, which you like, and they beat North Carolina.
I wouldn't even take free tickets to watch Pitt Syracuse play.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Okay, that's good. They're mid. Okay, the world's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're fine. I'd have to do a little bit more of a deep dive into their roster and kind of do a bit more of an eye test if I were to judge them for the tournament, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So, more news on Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Now indefinitely suspended from the Miami Heat.
Good.
That's his 3rd suspension this month, and this allegedly occurred after he walked out of shoot-around Monday after he figured out he wasn't going to start against the Orlando Magic. On a scale of 1 to 10, is it fucked? Jimmy Butler's time as a member of the Miami Heat.
I'm going to go 10.
Jeez, your 10s across the board today.
But I would compare what we're seeing here, and I said this to a coworker. It's Rodman on the Mavs.
Okay.
Go look back at what he only lasted
Mavs?
like, yeah. Cuban had to get him out of there. Like Rodman showed up drunk. It was a whole.
I don't even remember him on the Mavs.
I think he was only on there for like 29 games, Trevor. That's how bad.
Didn't he go to the Spurs right after that? Was the Spurs after or before that?
I think it was Spurs, Mavs, Lakers, if I'm not mistaken. He had a stint with Kobe for a little bit.
What?
Yeah. He was on the same. Yeah. No one remembers that. That's when he fully lost his fucking mind. Yeah. I might have the Spurs and Mavs fucked up there, but
no, just let me check his basketball reference page. I didn't know he's on the Lakers.
71, I think.
Oh yeah. It was after Chicago, actually. He was on the Lakers, then the Mavs.
Disaster.
And it wasn't 29 games, it was 12.
Okay. Yeah. Shit show.
Yeah.
It was.
98, 99, he was with the Lakers. So he played with Shaq for a minute.
Yeah.
Played 23 games, only started 11 of those. And then next year, Dallas gets him. He starts 12, plays 12.
Yeah, he could have been on the championship team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those were the 2 lowest field goal percentages of his career. Damn. What was his rebounds that year?
He was still probably like 9 or 8. So it wasn't as
11 and 14.
Okay. Yeah, he was still he just
Still did that.
But Butler, I said I think Butler's is worse because it's not expected. Like before this, Trevor.
Yeah,
What?
and he's the superstar. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He's the guy that's carried him to a finals.
That's what I would say. What's the weird thing about
they
this?
had a good team. Yeah.
I mean, and
I know Pat Riley's not going to budge either.
No. Fuck no.
So I honestly, I hate to do this, but I'll give it a 10 too. Fuck.
Well, here's the difference, and I didn't mean to. I went like fucking 7, maybe 10 weeks without bringing up Rodman. Here's the problem: Rodman had Jordan and Pippen. Then he goes to those other teams. They don't really. They're all young. Butler's the guy. He's supposed to be and he's losing his fucking head. So you got to get him out of there. Jesus. Yeah. Why is he doing it again? I haven't followed it. I saw that shit. And I'm like, it's just so stupid. I'm not even going to. What's he, a contract?
Maybe. I tell you what.
Like, I don't even know what this is stemming from.
Yeah, I've kept up with the headlines of him kind of being an asshole, but I don't know. Why is Jimmy Butler? Why is Jimmy Butler? I don't know. Being an asshole.
Yeah, just God's an issue. I don't. I mean, it's like Antonio Brown shit, just like out of the blue. Like, okay, lost it. Like, okay, I'm gonna burn ties.
I don't know. It might have just been that he requested a trade, and that was it.
Oh, this is the outcome. Holy shit, Jimmy! Come on now.
Yeah,
we're better.
Yeah, honestly, I think that was it. I haven't seen anything else, and I could totally be living under a rock here when it comes to NBA news. But
yeah,
as far as I know, it's just the trade situation. Like he wants out of Miami, and he's just doing it in the worst way possible. So I don't know.
This is a PR nightmare. This is an agent nightmare. Like, fuck. Like, your franchise is marbles. Okay. Good shit, though, Trevor. Yeah,
hopefully finishing it off well with a decent palate cleanser of on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Let's get into the Super Bowl betting, Billy. If we could just take this banner down. I know we don't have anything really prepped for this, so we're just going to run through this real quick. And I'm actually going to – we'll see if we can do this inside of 2 minutes, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to start it at the 152 mark.
Okay.
We'll see if we can finish by 154. So let's run through these quick, okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Which Manning will win the kick of destiny?
Payne.
Me too. Over, under 49.5.
Over.
I'm under. Okay. Money line. Your
Eagles.
pick to win. I'm taking Chiefs.
Okay.
Pick for Super Bowl MVP.
Saquon.
I was going to say Saquon at plus 290. I would say Xavier Worthy's a good underdog. If he gets multiple touchdowns, he's a plus 3,000. So keep an eye out for him, but I am taking Saquon. Anyone to score 2+ touchdowns?
Saquon.
I was thinking Saquon as well. If
Or Jalen.
Worthy.
Yeah.
Jalen. Push. Yeah. Either team to record 7+ sacks, yes or no? That's a plus 750 on FanDuel.
No.
No, I'm going to say no as well. That's going to be tough with both of those mobile quarterbacks. And again, all these odds per FanDuel. Either QB to catch a pass, plus 2,100.
No.
Same here. No. Then what else do we got here? Sorry, I had to scroll back up for
You're good.
Yeah, I know I'm kind of ruining the 2 minutes thing here.
No.
Any defensive player to return an INT for a touchdown, plus 600.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I'm going to say no. I think these quarterbacks are too efficient.
Okay.
Someone has set the Super Bowl rushing record of 205 plus rushing yards, plus 650.
No, not in the guards.
I say Saquon does it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be fucking something, yeah.
And we squeezed it in with 15 seconds to spare. Good job.
My mind, it was like, fuck, okay, let's go. All right.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And then just one little thing that I wanted to add onto this show, and maybe it'll turn into a segment, maybe it won't, but I felt the need to do it. I'm starting a shit list.
Yeah.
I'm starting it like I've had one in my head for a long time, but I'm starting an official shit list tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh shit! Oh, you got notepad and everything. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's official. It's official. I'm actually going to unclick the pen for dramatic effect here. So, the first member of the Buckle Up with the Boys shit list, Cleet Blakeman, the referee for the Chiefs-Bills game. Head
Oh,
referee.
number one. Oh, yeah.
Excuse me while I write this down.
Oh, yeah.
Clete Blakeman, you just made the list.
Hell yeah.
And I also, in light of one of my favorite WWE superstars right now, and to see the good in things, just in general, I'm starting a Yeet list for
Okay.
Buckle Up with the Boys. And the first member of the Buckle Up with the Boys Yeet list, Saquon Barkley. You've just made the Yeet list.
Yes. Hell yeah.
I'm calling him Saquads Barkley for the purpose of this list.
Fitting. Mm-hmm. Yep. He can't fit in.
Saquads Barkley. You've just made the Yeet list.
Hell yeah. I love that. We could do something. Yeah. Well, that's good shit.
I felt the need to do it.
Okay.
Because I started to make a shit list for people at my workplace. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. No one's going to see this. I want to turn it into a product. I want to turn it into something that some people are going to enjoy.
Oh,
and yes, in the future, I could fit it somewhere else into the show. Maybe I could just do it at random times. Say, hey, you've made the shit list. And do it that way. But as the pilot, I feel like we got two good entries there. Clete Blakeman for the shit list. His crew. Maybe I'll put all of his crew's names on there later. We'll see. And then, of course, Saquon scoring a couple touchdowns in his first year as a non-Giant.
Yep.
Making the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
good
for him.
Yeah. And there's one thing. Wait, did you have any more, Trevor?
That's it. That's all I
have. Yeah, just before we go to debate time, I there's something we forgot to mention. I do want the Eagles to win, but I do not want Kenny Pickett to get a goddamn Super Bowl ring. So there's.
I mean, we're fucked either way here, my friend.
Shit. I mean, I saw him with the shirt.
It's either the Chiefs three-peat or Kenny Pickett gets a ring.
It just popped in
and he played the game this year, so he'd get a ring no matter what.
That just popped in my fucking head. Now I'm like really. It's good we're at the end of the show, and I figured
that's
that
what
out.
I mean. That's what I mean. Hey, if it means Saquon gets a ring, I'm probably fine with that.
All right, we'll go to debate time.
But of course, it also means the Eagles. There's not a lot of winning when it comes to this year's Super Bowl for me. So.
All right, we'll go to debate time. Shit. All right. Gotta come down. Debate time, another edition. We got 4 questions here. Trevor has a question as well. Some questions to throw out there for you folks to get your minds going. Trevor, so players or owners make the team what it is?
Players.
I agree with you as well. And some people will say, there's a quote I always go back to, and I'm guessing you're familiar with it too. Jordan says, franchises put the team together, but at the end of the day, the athletes are the one that perform. They still have to pay us. But
yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's true. You can put the teams together, but it doesn't matter. It might not mesh. It's up to the athlete. So,
you know how many super teams have been assembled and failed together?
Yeah. I got another one for you.
Most recent examples I can think of are actually in the NBA. I think about the Thunder from back in the day. You think about Kyrie and KD in Brooklyn. Imagine Stephen A. said that was one of the worst days of his life as a Knicks fan. And it didn't mean anything because the Nets didn't do anything.
I got a super team that people forget. You could classify them, but they got 2 Asian Hall of Famers on there. 2003, 2004 Lakers.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Gary Payton, Karl Malone joined forces with Kobe and Shaq. Failed. Failed. We got our ass kicked by the Pistons.
Yeah, not good. Not good. Pistons won it that year, man.
Fucking
did good.
Ben Wallace. Yeah. All right.
What a year he had.
Yeah. Freak.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
All right, this one's, I think, going to bring us in a better mood. It is in regards to Super Bowl, but it's playful.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, where does Andy Reid get his first cheeseburger after it?
I think he's an In-N-Out guy, isn't he?
He is an In-N-Out.
Yeah, I'll stick with that then. Yeah.
Okay, In-N-Out. Okay, if it's not available,
Five Guys.
Okay, yeah. I agree.
I mean, you can afford it. Yeah, they got good burgers, and they overserve on the fries, so it makes sense.
Oh, yeah, the goddamn Cajun fries.
Yeah. Oh, and they got the potatoes fresh in the store. I mean, fuck.
And you get the peanuts. You're hanging out there for a little bit.
Yeah, it's an experience. An expensive burger experience, but it's a good one.
Yes.
Good one. So, yeah, if not In-N-Out, I'll say Five Guys.
Okay.
One of those. What do you think? What do you think? You on the In-N-Out train?
I'm on the In-N-Out. I was just thinking McDonald's because it's going to be late.
Fix.
It's like, fuck, we just want another one. I need it. God damn it.
Yeah. Whatever's closest, probably.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So this is just, we've already touched on it, but it's been brought to my attention again. Mike Tomlin is going to be coaching the Steelers until he doesn't want to anymore.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no doubt in my mind about that. Okay. Yeah.
I think that's a fair. We don't want it that way, but again, if you didn't watch the Rooney's press conference, it's kind of telling me what the hell's going on there.
Sure.
Also, last one here. The media's drawn comparisons to Patrick Mahomes being like Kobe Bryant. Do you see this at all? Don't think of me. I don't want me being a Kobe fan.
No, that's I'm trying to.
You're not going to hurt me.
Yeah. I understand how close Kobe Bryant is to your heart.
Yeah,
favorite athlete of all time.
Yeah,
totally understandable.
Yeah,
I see the comparison. I do.
Okay.
Kobe would, no matter whether he scored 60 or 20. Always came up in the clutch, always made the plays to win the game. Patrick Mahomes does the same thing. He's that much of a baller.
Yeah.
In my eyes. And say what you will about the calls, say what you will about, him being protected. Ultimately, you still have to make the plays to win the game in order for those to mean anything.
Right.
So, and Mahomes does that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I see the comparison.
Okay.
Now he's not at, and why I say that too, he's not at Jordan's level yet. Jordan is Brady, right?
Yes, I would agree.
Jordan is,
as much as I hate him,
Yeah. Well, yeah. Kind of both. Right? Jordan more as a person than as a player, but
right.
And Brady, obviously, yeah.
Right. Right.
But yeah. Yeah, I do. I see it. I don't think the comment was necessarily warranted at the time that it was spoken.
Yeah.
But if you were to ask me in a casual conversation and put these two side by side in their respective fields,
the legacy
makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. And, so far, Mahomes only played for one team. Kobe played for one team his whole career.
That's what I was going to say to folks. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
He's not a LeBron. So,
no.
But I just need him to get 5. If he ties Kobe, then okay. Then I'll be fine.
He might have 4 after next Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I just I was just like, she's like, why are you so pissed? I'm like, I rewinded it. She's like, oh. And then I showed her the date and she's like, oh, I'm like, well, fucked up.
Yeah, not times, but I see it.
Yeah, no. But what did you? I think you got some too.
Oh yeah. Let me scroll down to the bottom of the page here. Which one do you want to do first? Do you want to do the Be a Man, or do you want to do the classic or new era?
It don't matter.
Okay,
Be a man. Yeah, whatever. Don't.
Yeah, all right. I'll do the Buckle Up with the Boys Be a Man question of the week.
Mm-hmm.
We might have to trademark that. I don't know if we can do that. Maybe we can.
We'll get a hold of somebody. We'll do it.
Yeah, a lawyer. Pay a little bit. That's fine. And this one's more of an open-ended question rather than a what makes you more manly type of a question. What is the best quality to have in a brother? Both in a familial sense, in a sibling sense, and in a friend sense, I guess you could say. Because there's definitely a lot of friends that I consider family, brothers.
Yeah. I view you as a brother.
Likewise, my friend. Thank you.
Doug and Scoopy ass and everybody else. I'd say just I think for me, and I think a lot of people got to connect with somebody. Like, I'm not kissing Trevor's ass in this, but if I'm not comfortable talking to somebody, there's a vibe. And I don't know how to explain that in a personal sense, but just a good fucking, just there for you. You know what I mean? To eat like stupid shit but gives you shit. There needs to be the give a shit.
Oh, yeah.
You have to
gives you shit and gives a shit. Yes. Yeah.
And then you might get emotional about it, but yeah, that's what I think. It's just someone you can talk to. That's how I look at it. Yeah.
Good. Good. And in a familial sense, you think same thing?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was. I mean, you're kidding me. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, no, I'm making you think a little bit. That's a good thing. Oh, yeah, that's a good question. And this is again one that I didn't really think about. I figured I'd come up with an answer live and in the moment.
Right.
Chemistry obviously is pretty important.
Yeah.
Reliability.
Yeah.
Up there as well. And I'll say something that I've kind of been lacking with, and one of my siblings is regular communication.
Oh yeah, life can. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get that.
You don't have to talk. You don't have to talk every day. Like my brother and I, we'll go 2 weeks without talking. We'll pick up where we left off 2 weeks ago.
Right.
It's easy. It's easy. Or if I meet a friend that I haven't seen for the first time in how many months or weeks, again, pick up where we left off.
Yeah.
But still having like an open line of communication to your siblings or to your close friends.
Yeah.
Consider brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'll say. And that leads to pretty much everything else that you were saying as well. So
I apologize.
No, you're fine. Hey, you're good, my friend. You can choke up over there?
Yeah. I choked up, but I think too.
Allergies, I swear.
Yeah, just I think that's the realest thing too. Was if you're not in contact with somebody, and then it's like, it might have been a month or 2 months, but it's like yesterday. You know what I mean? It's just you're back on the fucking horse again. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and like I said, doesn't have to be every day.
No,
like there's some people, like I said, my brother and I sometimes we don't talk for a couple weeks.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we'll call each other, we'll talk for 2 hours like it's nothing.
Right.
And they'll be like, shit, 2 hours just went by.
Right.
Because
I agree.
That's how easy it is for the two of us. But still, having that open line.
Yes. Yeah.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now on to more of the fun one.
Well, that was a good one.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. We got a little serious there for a second.
Yeah,
got a little serious as we're one to do. Again, I've always said this show's an emotional roller coaster. Sometimes you got to get down deep into those emotions.
Yep.
And now to bring it a little bit more to the surface and give it a little bit more of an entertainment type of a topic.
Yes.
new style of question, classic or new era. And I told you this before the show. Hopefully you've been thinking about it. Gaming systems. And when I say classic, I'm talking way back, like Nintendo 64, GameCube, Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, Game Boy, and the original Xbox even. New era, I'm talking PlayStation 5, Xbox One/Series X, the Switch, the PS4, the Wii U, stuff like that.
Again, we alluded to it. Minecraft, we're back on that kick. It's nostalgic for me, and I don't know why. It's not graphics; it's just all the shit you can do, and that. But I think, I'll
how
take
you have to be wired for it.
Yeah, but but then I won't touch it for. I'll play this for 3 months, and then I won't touch it for a fucking year. But then I get in that weird kick, But I'd say
phases. Yeah.
When I think back to system, Trevor, Game Boy. It was a Game Boy Advance, and there was a purple one.
Yeah. Oh, the wide one?
Yeah, wide one.
Yeah.
Big, held that hostage. That was, I fucking love that. And I think the best console, and some people disagree, and I really want people in the comments, if you're watching this point, I want to get a fucking debate in the comments, because this is a good question here. I think the Xbox 360 was the best console I ever played. I do.
Ooh.
Interface and everything. I loved it.
Yeah. I'm a PS2 guy. I never I've played the Xbox. I have.
Yeah.
I have not owned one. And as I've said, that's like the first gaming system that I owned that wasn't passed down to me. That it was mine. It was mine.
Right.
I bought it. It was mine.
Right.
I mean, yes, I got it for Christmas, but my parents kind of, maybe float them a couple bucks here and there.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So I view that as mine.
Yeah.
As far as the Game Boy goes, I was glued to that thing too. I had the pocket-sized one though. I forget what it's called, but Game Boy Advance, like SD or something. I forget what it was called. But the pocket-sized, it was blue, and I had the case with it. You have the games with it. You have the charger with it.
Yep.
Oh
shit! Do you have the light?
No, I didn't have the light.
Okay.
I didn't have the light, but the brightness on it was decent.
Oh, it was. You didn't need the light. That's what I was going to say. You didn't.
I really didn't need. It was like new-ish gen at the time, Game Boy, and it's probably still sitting in my parents' house somewhere.
Oh, it's I love that shit.
In its case, in its black case that says Game Boy on the front, and probably has like 15 to 20 games stuffed inside of that thing.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'll say this game.
Classic guy. I'm a classic.
Yeah. 2 games though, and I can't play them now because they're fucking what the hell's it called, Trevor? What they bring those games back and they whatever the hell they do.
Oh, they remaster them.
Remaster them. I just can't do it. It's just not. It doesn't feel the same. Spyro, the first one.
Ooh.
And Crash Bandicoot. Those.
Oh.
Yeah. That was the shit. The tiki head dude talking to you, dude. Yeah.
Yes.
Dude.
The original Mario Kart.
Yes.
Spent way too much time on that. I can
tell
you.
Yeah.
Hours. I still play Wii Sports.
I love that. I think that's so fucking.
I have a Wii. I still play Wii Sports.
It was way ahead of its fucking time when it came out. I have to. People need to understand that. That was shit. I'd still play it today. I said that to her. I said, I'm going to fucking play Wii Golf. I'm looking for a Wii. It's not fucking dented and shit, but, we'll find one someday. We'll get
it's a collector's item now, unfortunately. They cost a little bit more than they did back when people were buying them en masse, but
yes.
It is what it is. And yes, I love the new era gaming. So obviously the quality of the games and the games that have been coming out, like all these fucking horror games and all these adventure type games, like Rise of the Ronin was pretty good. Warhammer, Cyberpunk, that's right, GTA, all super fun fucking games. And I spend hours upon hours with them. But I'm just not as lost in it as I was when I was a kid.
Right.
So
There's I forget, and I'll I'll tell you, and I'll put it somewhere on our socials. But there's this this company. It's called DK Comics, I think, or something. Or no, maybe it's not DK Comics. I'll get the name for sure. But they sell all the old shit, games, consoles. They have like a whole warehouse. I'm looking through their catalog, and I'm like, God, that would be fucking cool. Atari, like the original, like shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Atari too. Yeah.
I get lost on their site just looking at the old games. Need for Speed, Underground, like fuck. Like that was...
Need for Speed on the old school PC. Old school, like 2004 PC. Yep. You could design your own cars. You race through the streets with traffic. Sometimes you would make your opponent collide into traffic. They go flying 10 feet in the air.
Yep.
Oh,
that's good shit.
Oh, here's one you might remember, and hopefully we'll finish this out soon.
Yes.
Remember the old Hot Wheels games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those were fun too.
Badass. Yes.
Yeah. I would always race with that little green car.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to. God, there's just a lot of fucking.
I have to look that up to see what game it was, because I just remember playing it.
They probably have it. I'm telling you, man. They have.
They might, yeah.
They had Hannah Montana when you could sing on the Wii. And I totally forgot that was a phase in this. Like they had the most bizarre. Like they have that. What else?
Give me a Rock Band guitar. Fuck it.
Yeah. But no, good shit, Trevor. Good fucking shit.
Yeah.
Anything?
Likewise, my friend.
Yeah. Anything else for the folks out there?
Let me finish this real quick.
Oh yeah.
It's a week without football, my friend. Well, Pro Bowl, but
yeah, it's interesting.
So, whatever you got to do to get through the week, whether it's listening to us over and over again, or listening to guys like Rich Eisen or Ryan Clark, or hell, if you're just playing video games all week and ignoring work, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Get through this week.
Yeah.
Then we're done with football after that, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. We're almost to the end of the season, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a ride. But then after that, it's time to start looking forward to the draft.
Yes.
So
yes. We got
doing that.
Big plans coming out there
down the pike.
Yeah.
And can I reveal what we have for the 100th? Yeah. Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah.
And we do have something planned for the 100th episode. At least we got a special guest coming back, one that helped started this podcast, just got his approval this past week for it. One Nate Stice is coming back. One night only, 100th episode, April 8th. Don't miss it.
It's going to be fucking electric. Yeah. No. Yeah, just get choked up. Okay, we're going to get through it. Yeah, no. How do I explain it here? Pioneer me to do this. Did an episode with Stice or Nate on, I call him Stice, but Nate Stice's podcast was featured on his athletic podcast. He does a bunch of athletes and tells their stories, but also people out doing big things in their professional careers. And he said, you should maybe think about doing this because of my voice and what have you. And I'm into sports and I'm excited. You guys see this every week. And no, it's been a beautiful thing. And he gave me the confidence and then led me to meet Trevor. So no, it's all positive. So don't miss it. It's going to be heartfelt, a lot of good shit, shooting the shit with these guys as usual and rehashing maybe some of our best moments on here together and interesting moments as well. So don't miss it. All right. I'll actually get that on here so people can fucking get notifications for that, Trevor. I'll put the bell on there. I'll get everybody.
Awesome. That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah. But anyways, we appreciate it as always. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. God bless. This was another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys with your host here, DB, and host Trevor Dinsmore. We'll be back next Tuesday. Tell your weird neighbor, whoever the hell enjoys sports out there, your grandma, your friend, whoever, your uncle, send them our way. We'll take care of them, and we'll make sure your Tuesday nights are not boring at all. If you saw this episode at this point, I don't think it was boring.
Yeah, no, for sure. We'll be back to Tuesdays next week. We'll be back.
Yes. Yes. No, I had. Yeah. All right. Well,
you got dogs. You got dogs.
Yeah. But all right. Hey, we appreciate you guys. We'll see you then.
Take care, everybody.